Hi friends, welcome to another video of Forex analysis and the markets. My name is Jay Flores. Thank you for watching. We are going to start right away. I'm doing analysis for Forex market and also gold and Bitcoin. If you're a benefit from this, which you should, because I started doing this a couple months ago and my analysis are going real good. The only time that you're gonna see that my analysis is not working, it's because we have like big news. So I really recommend anytime that you're gonna do a trade, look at the news, because the news it's pretty much the fundamental that can move the market. I don't want to say off of their tracks, but normally it moves a little bit erratic. And even if you do analysis, sometimes if it's strong news, it can move the market, erratically. It'll move like with no loss. So be responsible. And as a trader, I think at this point you know that you need to, before you do any trades, look at news. I recommend a couple websites like Forex, FX, Forex, also Forex Factory. I was skipping that. The name was skipping for me. Forex Factory. Look at the calendar for news, and you can see if you're going to do a trade, for example, on GBP USD. You look at the news, and if it's a red folder, it means it's a very hard news. If it's orange, a little less impact. Yellow, almost no impact. Always you want to be very careful with that. So there we go. So I'm gonna do I started doing analysis in a few markets, and I'm kind of repeating for a few weeks already. So we're gonna keep doing it this way. Hope you're benefiting from that. So I always look at the big trend on the daily. We're going up. There's no other way. We're going up, right? If you see this thing on a 45-degree angle, we are going up, although there's going to be up, down, but this is going to stair, going up. As we suspect, and I even draw it right there, and I'll talk about this like 2 weeks ago. When the market do corrections, they don't only correct down, they can also correct sideways and do patterns like this, okay? So what are we expecting for this week? So, okay, on a daily, obviously, we are still in this correction right here. We went down, up, up. So in the 4 hours, we don't have triple arrows yet. Okay, so my triple arrows is one of the indicators that I really trust. And I don't move if I don't see triple arrows, meaning that I have a white arrow. And if I'm going up, I have a yellow. I have a blue and yellow. Those are triple arrows right there. So I'm not going to go down here until I see my triple arrows in the 4 hour. Keep in mind, please, and I already been teaching this in this videos, and you guys are following me are going to benefit from this, because a lot of people are charging for the information that I'm giving you. Okay, and I'm just gonna pretty much give it away. Why not? Okay, so keep in mind that if I do a trade down here, if I go a trade, I'm going against the main trend right now, which is in a daily. I can see it, it's up. Now I don't want to confuse you, right? But what about this trend? Now in a week, if I see a weekly, we're coming down. On a daily, I look at the last swing. What do we call swing? Swing. I mean short swing, shorter swings. But on the last swing, on a daily, it's an uptrend. Okay? When is this going to be over? Until I see triple arrows in a daily and it starts coming down, okay, then the major trend is going to change. At least I will call it major, intermediate on a daily, but that's what it is. So if you're gonna sell this triple arrow, we're still waiting for a red arrow in this area to come in. and just be very careful. This is a counter trend trade, meaning you're going against the trend. I repeat, so be very careful. Go for a few pips only. I don't know, 40, 50 pips. Don't be too greedy, and then get out of the market, because the big train is coming up, and it's probably just turning back a little bit, and it's probably gonna keep going high, unless it's gonna create a reversal on the daily, which I doubt it. I think I still see a daily very, very strong up. So I don't know. There's a strong support resistance right here. Oh, by the way, I look at all that too. Resistance. Obviously, the market return here, the market bump here, the market bump here down also. So there's a resistance right there. So it's a possibility the market can go higher or it can go down, but we really, with all the respectful to the market, we don't care. We're going with the market's going. If they want to go down, we'll catch it down. If they want to go up, we'll try to catch it up too. So 4 hours, let's look at this pattern right here in the 1 hour. Okay, in the 1 hour, I'm pretty sure this big candlesticks were news. Okay, so or something happened in the world that it moved the market. Normally the market moves like this. When you have big candles like this, it was an economical news or something that happened in the world. So sometimes we don't know everything. So on the 1 hour, I would wait. Even on the 30 minutes, my goal at this point will be to wait until we get a triple arrow in the opposite way, and I will look for a trade down. I will do it very, very carefully, because we're doing a counter trade. So after all this is done in the 4 hours, for example, it can go very far though. So if you're an experienced trader, you can follow a trade long to the low. Just be very, very careful. Okay. Now let's look at the gold. See what Goldie has done this week. Okay, so last week I believe, or the last video analysis that I did, we were around this area right there. And just to go faster, my prediction came right. I told you guys, hey, do yourself a trend line right here, and when you see that trend line break, just go down. That worked perfectly. If we go to the 1 hour, I can almost assure we got triple arrows right here. Triple arrows, guys, it's the best tool out there, or one of the best tools. It's real good. Okay, I recommend it 100%. By the way, this week the company is going to come with a better and new indicator, meaning if you buy this week, and I'm talking about right now, June 5th, I think it's done either Monday or Tuesday. That's when they're going to change for a new indicator, new and updated indicator. And this one is going to go away. That means, so if you buy after that, you're not getting the triple arrows. You're getting the new indicator, which is, not bad. It's supposed to be, more actualized and updated indicator, but a lot of people really like this one. So try to guide, if you're thinking to buy, try to do it before tomorrow or Tuesday. I'm gonna leave the link below this video so you can just run and get it. This is gonna change your life if you're a Forex trader. Okay, so we're waiting for this week. Okay, we're waiting for in the 4 hours to have triple arrows on the bottom. This can still go, and what we're gonna do, wait for triple arrows all the way in the bottom. Don't go in until you see something like this across of the MACD on this area. Once you have the triple arrows, and then you can go in the market. What is the main trend of gold? The main trend of gold is, I believe, and it's very possible, and that's going to develop in the next 2-3 weeks, that we are starting a very possible downtrend, hopefully. So why am I saying you can trade it up? It's because you can trade up. I mean, just be very careful again. Go for 40, 60 pips, because this can start just coming down like storm. Okay, so be very careful with that. Let's go to GBP/USD. Okay, GBP/USD, just to remember, we're in an uptrend like we said last week, and boom. How many we were last week? I made this line right here, and I told you guys, every time you have a correction up, just buy. Okay, I was able to buy this. I bought it all the way from up here, and I made myself a nice, I made like 350, and I took advantage of that. I got out right here, but that thing was almost 300 in one pair. Okay, so what are we waiting now for this? Okay, we have a white arrow, so now we got to be very careful if you're going to buy. Obviously I look left to see any resistance or support. We still have room, so it can still go a little bit higher, but this area is going to be a supply, meaning that we're going to start maybe looking for sales, although this can go all the way up here. Okay, so I will still, what is my advice for this week? If you don't get let me make it smaller right there. On the 1 hour, if you get a retracement right here and you see a blue arrow anywhere here, you can still buy it a couple times. Just buy and get out, get your 20-30 pips, buy, get out, get your 20-30 pips. Because anytime in the 4 hours, once we get the triple arrows in the 4 hours, this is going to start coming down. Okay, GBP, JPY, same story. We were around this area, which was demand area. Demand area is on the bottom. Supply area is when we're selling. So if we're buying, we're looking for demands area. So this is demand area, correction. Put my trend line, blue arrow with my support of a triple arrow. I buy. Correction, blue arrow. I got my triple arrows on place. I go up. I catch that one too this week, which made me like I think I got 300 in this one too, but this one gave 624 pips. It was like a real good week. Okay, use JPY 4 hours. This one, we were around this area when I did the video, and we said, hey, we're in a correction, we're looking for buys, and there it is. This week, same thing. This can still go higher, so I will go on there, probably go into 1 hour. If you see a correction, you see a blue arrow underneath the correction, you can still go higher until we see triple arrows on the 4 hours. This I like to go all the way up here, so you can still move, a couple more times. So we're still looking for buys, but we being careful now with USD JPY and USD CAD. Sales. So last week I said in the video, let's look for sales. Just be very careful, because we had this white arrow over here. So when we see the white arrow, remember what it's telling us is pretty much a storm is coming. Be careful. And when I say the storm is coming, meaning there's a reversal, imminent reversal coming pretty soon. So, but that can still move, far. So we're just monitoring this area right here. So until you don't get triple arrows, you can still sell very careful. 20 pips at a time, maybe. What did I mean? If you see something like this, 1, 2, and 3. and then suddenly you start seeing that this thing starts coming down, you can sell. And if you notice this low, it's broken, you can sell it again, maybe 1 or 2 times. Just be very careful. If we get triple arrows, you know, it might start doing the reversal at that point. And the 4 hours. Now, if you don't get triple arrows on the 4 hours, you can still sell in the one hour. I know it's kind of confusing, you know, but that's why I said if you guys buy the system, I can help you guys understand it a little bit better. There's a lot of detail that I can teach you guys. It will take me, you know, 1 to 2 hours, and I can help you with that. So out USD, 4 hours. Okay, it's very extended already, so we are in the supply, or we're in a sell zone, all this area, but that doesn't mean this can still go far until we get triple arrows. That okay, it's getting serious now if we get triple arrows, but we don't have them yet. We do have it in the 1 hour, so at this time it can do a little retrace and then go higher. This white arrow was here before, and then he jumped over here. Okay, so that's what I meant. One time it was here, it was last week, and then did a retracement and he went higher. So we can do the same thing here on the 1 hour. That's why we look always at the 4 hour, and we look at the daily. The daily, I mean, I still see it strong, you know, going up. Okay, all right. So, and the last one we're gonna do is your GBP. On a Euro GBP, what I would recommend on the 4 hours, main trend coming down. 4 hours, we have triple arrows. We got triple arrows coming down. I would recommend this a little bit different in this case. If you see the price breaks this area right here, I will sell it, because that can mean that the reversal just completed pretty much all the way, and I will sell it all the way to this area right here if needed. But look for sales on this in the 1 hour. On the 1 hour, we may be pretty soon you're gonna have some sort, something like this. So I will wait, go to the 1 hour and wait for all this to complete. And then when you see it up there, if it doesn't break this high and you see triple arrows in the 1 hour, I will sell it all the way down. Okay, thank you very much. I don't want to make this video super long, so if you guys have more questions, I try to answer all the questions in the comment box. Try to get this system. Now's the time to do it. If you don't do it this week, you're gonna miss the triple arrows. You get the new indicator, which is great too, and it works kind of the same way. It just looks different, and you have a little bit extra rules just to make it a little more accurate. And thank you very much for your watching and your time. Please subscribe. Please hit the bell so you can get notified if I do a video in the middle of the week or when I do the video. Thank you so much. Good week. Let's make a lot of pips.